So we stopped in at a place called Maplewood Burgers here in Sulphur. And we hear a lot of raving about their burgers, how good they are. So now we're here. And we will check them out and I'll show you guys what we got. This is a bacon stuffed burger. Comes with bacon stuffed inside the meat. I don't know if you can check that out. Let me see if I can get it clear. And with cheese also loaded inside the meat. This thing looks scrumptious. Comes with fries and a drink. And they've gotten so much good reviews and so much business, they've actually opened up another store. And it's just a little store. And this is what my wife got, Kelly. What is this, Kelly?
Cheese stuffed.
This is a cheese stuffed. Oh my gosh, comes with tomatoes and lettuce.
Oh, I forgot to say no.
And my daughter is with us. And do you remember what she got?
It's a boudin stuffed.
This is a boudin stuffed burger.
I wonder what this is.
And it's stuffed inside the meat.
Kind of spicy, they said.
And they said it's kind of spicy, so we're going to try them out. Look at all that goodness. Oh my gosh, it's delicious.
Mine's
And Kelly got hers on a sourdough
jalapeno bread.
Jalapeno bread.
And I added grilled onions. Looks so good.
Well, let's give it a shot and see what it tastes like.
Oh, it's dry. I have to modify it.
No modification. Eat it like that.
Okay.
Hello everyone, welcome back. We're all outside today. Got a lot of things going on. Had so much to do. So what we're doing is actually putting some chicken wire along this fence. This fence has 3x2 wire on it. So it's getting to the point that the little chicks are growing a little bit bigger, and our male woman came by today and she was looking at our chicks and she said, why don't you put them out in this little fenced yard? So that's what we're going to do. She said during the day we're going to put them in here so they can run around and get used to this area, and then at night we'll put them back in the brooder just to make sure that they stay safe at night. While we're out here, we can put them out here. So we're going to run this chicken wire to keep them in so they don't get out of the wire and we have to be chasing chickens all over the place. So we'll get this chicken wire in on here. Haven't been able to film earlier today because of it. Now I went to the feed store on this end rot on my plants. I have one tomato plant, I think maybe two now, that we've seen signs of end rot. So I'm going to put a foliage spray. Well, I'm actually going to spray them down with a liquid of calcium nitrate, and then from there I'm going to put some on the ground. I wish I had eggshells. Miss Gloria, Mr. Tom, and all you guys have recommended that. So now that I know, we're going to start saving eggshells to where we can get those on our plants as well. I'm going to try out this Fertihome Yield Booster, and it helps stop and prevent blossom end rot. The feed store guy said to spray this on all of the leaves, just soak them down. And this is the high yield calcium nitrate in the granular form, and it says it helps prevent blossom end rot in tomatoes. So I'm going to put this on the ground first around the plants, and then I'm going to spray it down with the calcium nitrate, the liquid, spray the leaves down, and then once I'm done with that, then I'll water in the calcium nitrate granules that I put down, and hopefully this will give it a boost and help fix this issue that I have if it's deficient on calcium. So we're going to give it a shot so we can save some of these plants. There was 2 plants in this bunch that has it. I just don't want it to spread. sprayed them down with some fungicide the other day. So I hope that's working. The leaves aren't really yellow. So this fungicide must have worked. And I'm just worried about these start getting that end rot. So I'm going to hit them with a dose of this on these. These plants are green. I don't think these are effective. These are all my pepper plants, so we're gonna have to get these staked down.
They have peppers on all of those.
Yeah, let this nitrate drip down the stems. My garden up front has really taken a toll with all of this weather. But I do want to show you before the day's over. We're going to bring this over there and get the tomatoes done over there with this stuff.
Shelby. You hot?
Shelby.
You been chasing the weed eater, Shelby?
And this is the front garden. Didn't really want to show this, kind of embarrassed on some things. These beans are still growing though. Oh, the weather has taken its toll on my squash. It's time to pull these up and till and get some more planted. Still got some squash coming, growing, but I think these are at the end. So we're gonna pick what we can, and it shouldn't be too much longer. We'll be taking them out or not planting anymore. I'm not sure. We got 2 gallon bags of, we blanched 2 gallon bags of squash and froze them. So that's a great deal. So we are getting harvest and we're so excited about it. And the marigolds are just beautiful. So that's the radish where I can get the seeds from.
We're Nugget. We're Nugget. We're Nugget. Come here, Nugget. Come here, Nugget. Come here. Come here, Nugget. Let's go. Come here. Come. He's eating right now. Come here, Nugget. Over here. Nugget. Hey, Nugget.
Nuggets enjoying outside.
Where, Nugget?
Oh, I bet you the rest are going to enjoy it too. That's going to be a pet right there. When Miley walks away, a lot of times Nugget just takes off running after him.
He threw 4 on the ground. That's what he's eating.
Buck, buck, buck. Oh, you see that bug? Hey, he sees that moth.
Go get it. Get it.
You don't know where you're at, huh? This is the first time it's been out on grass. It's been raised in a box. So this is all new. He's going to have to get some
It's a girl, too.
little bit of getting used to it. Soon, y'all, I'll be out here to play. We don't leave them out here long, you know, just to try them out, and then we put them back. We don't want them away from their water too long, or their food. All right, buddy. Well, are you ready to get your wing clipped? Kind of like going to the barber shop. You starting to fly, baby. It's time to do something with you. So welcome. Welcome to our little barber shop. Let's see here. Okay, so what we do is we open his wing up.
You press at the top and it expands his wing.
And then the first feathers up to here, we're gonna clip them. Doesn't hurt him. Just get one more. Alright, that's it.
Put them in the pen?
Yeah, and then we take the feathers and we're gonna pick them up and put them in the compost bin.
Watch, this is how you expand their wing. And you push down on that bone.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'll do.
Wait. Alright, buddy. Hi, buddy. I like you. You're pretty. Okay.
Goodbye. A lot of our chickens don't have names, but really cute. It's a naked neck. Can you see your head? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's a rooster. So, he's a cute chicken. And these feathers. Going to speak now. We're flying everywhere.
Made them a comfortable bed so they're laying on there. They found another worm. Can you find the one that has the worm? It's the one that everybody's running after. He's got a big worm in his mouth.
That's why they're picked under there all the time.
Man, they're having a blast.
Oh, there's worm first.
Man, I tell you, if I'd have known that I could get all these little workers working on weed control, I would have done this a long time ago. Man, they are just plucking away. They're getting at everything. Now they're getting the side fence. They're gonna have a belly full. They're all working on one section. How cool is that? Man, chickens are so neat. And then what's really cool, I'm watching them till up the dirt too. These little bitty babies, they're just scratching away. Man, when they're gonna get big, I plan on making some chicken tractors. I've seen a lot of them, and I want to make some to where I can put maybe like 3 in and let them get to work. And they can till up the area, they can fertilize the area, and then we can move it, and they can keep doing it, and then I'll have a section that'll be ready for gardening. Man, that's awesome. Boy, I hope I do this thing right with these chicks. And it works well. I'm so impressed. A little water, we put it down here, the automatic water, just so they can have their water. So cool. So we started getting some of these weeds out. Yeah, I love my weed eater. It makes it so easy to get some of these out, and then we can control it. So I'm going to save these milk jugs. I found out that you can use that as a slow induction of Alaska fertilizer, we're going to put some of this to a gallon of water. I actually punched some little round holes. I didn't want to punch holes like with a knife to make the hole too big. So it'll be like a slow emulsion of the fish fertilizer into the ground to where it just don't run off the rows, and see what that does. We're going to keep saving the gallon jugs, and as I get them, we're going to keep using them. So let's get this done. So first thing we got to do is get this shaken up. Only thing I don't like about this fish fertilizer is it stinks. And this is the Alaska fish fertilizer. We're going to open this up. Okay. That's enough. Ugh. You get this stuff on you, you need to take a bath. Alright, so I'm just going to set this right here. Let it go to work. It'll be slow, so it should get in the ground. And I'll just leave this gallon here for this plant. And I'll do some more down the rows, tomato plants, where I can slowly, the dirt will get wet, then it'll start dripping into the ground. Good. Well, that's done. Got to unload this truck from yesterday. We had to pick a few things up. Heck, this was on sale because it had a busted hole, and we got a lot of dogs, so yeah, we saved $6 on this just because it had a busted hole on it. And we got some more chick food, and I got 2 more of the pine shavings, and I used the flake from Tractor Supply. And we also at the feed store, we picked up these, but you can't really see them there in the boxes. These are some really big waterers, and they're not even put together yet. There's 1 water and 1 feeder, 10-gallon water and 10-gallon feeder, and this is just going to be put up on the shelf for when they get big and the coop gets here. That's what we're going to put in there. I'm not going to mess with them and assemble them or anything right now because there's no need, but the reason I got them was because if you've been around looking for chicken supplies, they're very far and few between, because everybody is getting as much as they possibly can. Everybody's wanting to be a gardener just like me and wanting to raise chickens, and their supplies are very, very limited, at least in our area. Actually, when we were at the feed store, I seen that you had some cans on the shelf for beans, different pole beans of different varieties. So I asked him about them. He says, man, he said right now the manufacturers do not have any beans anymore right now because there's so many people getting the beans. So the only thing he had, and when he mentioned it, he called them rattlesnake pole beans, and I talked about that at one time. I'd never seen that before. So that's the only one that he had, and I got probably almost a half a pound of those beans. Hopefully it might not be a half a pound, maybe a quarter pound, but we're gonna have that. We're gonna put some of that in the ground. We're waiting to see what this storm does and the rain and everything else. If all the rain holds up, then we'll actually be able to till up some ground and get it ready. Well, all right, that's it for now. It's time for me to go inside and get some reports done. Kids are gonna sweep this floor, get all this all tidied up, and we'll call it a day. All the chickens are mad because they're back in a brooder. They're not understanding. One of them was trying to keep jumping up, trying to get back out. Nugget was the one. So all the others look like they're calmed down. There's some that are laying down going to sleep. Snow White's going to sleep. And Elsa's in there. I don't know where she's at. And Hey Hey and Maleficent, they're all getting names. They had a a big day. So I got to turn this fan on so I'm getting some ventilation in here. Not directly on them, but it'll just be blowing across so that they'll have some airflow. They got their water, they got their food, they're good to go. All right, bye fellas, we'll see you later.